Donald Trump's orders are being enacted on the first full day of his presidency. One of the most contentious, his immigration policies and the declaration of a national emergency on the United States southern border. A day after his inauguration, Mr. Trump attended a prayer service at the Washington National Cathedral as his administration went to work. It's rolled back rules limiting federal immigration arrests near sensitive locations like schools, hospitals and churches. It's also cancelled Biden-era limits on fast-tracked deportations. The president wants to deport millions of immigrants in the US illegally and restrict those trying to enter the country. But a bishop at the Washington prayer service made a direct appeal to Mr. Trump to protect immigrants.
They may not be citizens or have the proper documentation, but the vast majority of immigrants are not criminals. They pay taxes and are good neighbors. They are faithful members of our churches and mosques, synagogues, wadara, and temples. I ask you to have mercy, Mr. President, on those in our communities whose children fear that their parents will be taken away.
On the Mexican side of the border, refugees hoping to seek asylum in the US now face an uncertain future. A government app giving legal entry to immigrants has been shut down. It was effectively an online lottery, allocating appointments to people at 8 border crossings. Migrants who had appointments scheduled are now being turned away.
It's unfair because we have been waiting here for a year and a half.
I don't know what I'm going to do because I don't know anyone. I don't know anything either.
Mexico's president has stressed the need for calm. She's pledged to defend her nation's sovereignty and independence, but wants to pursue dialogue with President Trump and offered to help return foreign migrants to their homelands. But who will foot the bill remains unclear.
We have our own migration policy, but we are also a humanitarian government. If there is someone at the border, especially now that it is so cold, we act in a humanitarian way. We will not leave people out in the open. So we act humanely and seek repatriation to their countries in the case of foreigners.
Donald Trump's immigration policies are already subject to lawsuits. New Jersey is leading a coalition of 22 states to challenge his executive order ending birthright citizenship. It's enshrined in the 14th Amendment to the US Constitution and means anyone born in the country is considered a citizen regardless of their parent status. Anywhere between 13 to 14 million immigrants are currently estimated to be illegally in the country, and the president's order cancels the constitutional guarantee that US-born children are citizens. The states challenging the decree say it's an assault on the rule of law and beyond Mr. Trump's powers.
We know that the executive order would wreak havoc and chaos. Hundreds of thousands of children who are born in this country to non-citizen parents each year will suddenly have an uncertain legal status. That's at least 420 children born every single day if this order were to take effect. The state's ability to safeguard their well-being, to provide basic services like healthcare and special education needs, would be thrown into disarray if these children's legal status is uncertain.
On the streets of New York, Donald Trump's hardline immigration plans and the overturning of birthright citizenship have received a mixed reaction.
Our country is built on immigrants, and the reason we have birthright citizenship is to encourage people to move here. And if we want to grow our country, that's the best way to do it.
I think it would hurt so many people that I feel almost like it's un-American. I mean, we've been a country that has welcomed people, so I feel like if you're born here, I feel like you should be a citizen here.
Birthright citizenship, that is a loophole for people to come into the country, have a baby, leave, do whatever they want to do.